Today, I'll be trading inside of Pocket Option without losing. And I'm going to show you everything right on this video. All I'm going to do is use the line chart. It looks just like this. And most of you are probably familiar with the candlestick chart. And there's many videos on my channel and also many videos on YouTube that show different strategies using this chart. But for this video, we're going to use the line chart right here. So this looks a little bit different, but there's a simple 5-second strategy that actually gets really good results. So I'm going to share that with you. Now you're going to have to use a 5-second expiry. So after you set the line chart, you'll also want to turn on auto scroll. You can enable that right here, and that'll keep the price more centered in the middle of the chart. It's just easier to track this way. Then once you have that, come right over here to the expiry. This little time box over here, go ahead and click and change the expiry to S5, which is 5 seconds. Now, in order to choose an expiry less than 1 minute, you must be using an asset that is OTC. So it must have the OTC initials after it. And preferably choose an asset or currencies, in this case, that's paying out at 92%. That's a good place to start. We're also going to be using the Wealth Warriors Trade Manager, which is a highly advanced trade manager. This is how we're going to keep track and use money management throughout the different trading sessions. And this is available to all of the VIP members that are a part of my private VIP group. I've got more information and a link for that down below in the description of this video. The way this strategy works is you're looking for an upward trend or a downward trend on the line chart. Then you're looking for signals from the super trend indicator. Now let's go ahead and make sure that you have that added to your chart up here at the very top underneath the indicators menu. Make sure to select super trend, which is right here. Okay. You only need to click that one time. And once you do that, it should look just like this. You should see some red and green lines, but you're also going to see buy and sell signals. These little labels that appear at the top and bottom of these hills and valleys. So if it looks like this, then you guys are all set and ready to go. Now, some of you asked if there's any changes to the settings of this indicator, and actually I'm just using the default settings. So here are the default settings: ATR period 10, multiplier 3. And so for the colors, I'm using red and green, of course. And for the line width, it's set to 2 pixels. But I'm pretty sure these are the default settings. Okay, so we're looking for a trend up or down. If it's an upward trend, we're going to be taking buys. If it's a downward trend, we're going to be taking sells. So just make sure you have the expiry set to 5 seconds, and also make sure you have the correct trade amount entered from whatever money management system that you're using. So for me, because I'm using the Wealth Warriors Trade Manager, the first trade amount that it gives me is 274. So let's come back over here to Pocket Option and I'll enter that amount, 274. All right, so we're ready to begin trading. Now, my goal today is to get my balance up to $4,000. Right now it's $3,943. And I'll click here so you guys can see that this is real money. And here's my demo account, and here's my real account. So $4,000, that's my goal for today. But how do we know the number of trading sessions that we need to complete in order to reach that goal? Well, we know that because over on the Trade Manager, right down here, I've already entered in my profit target of $57. Which means that that'll give me a total account gain of 1.47. But most importantly, my capital final will be right here, $4,001, right? Give or take, somewhere around there. And the most important value here is the sessions required. So I know that I need to complete roughly somewhere around 23 sessions. Might take me about an hour or a little over an hour or so. We'll find out. But that's my goal for today, is to reach $4,000 on my balance. And I'm going to show you guys everything on how I'm going to do that right on this video. So you don't have to win every single trade. You just have to make sure that you win every single trading session. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in here. Now, the way this works is you're looking for a trend going up or down, preferably something that has been on that trend for quite some time. So let's come over here and let's choose a chart. All right, let's take a look at this chart right here, BHD-CNY. You can see it's kind of going down here. And what I'm looking for, I'm waiting for that blue dot to cross over a buy line or a buy signal. And as soon as it crosses over, look, you get that sell signal right there. Look at that. And this is just giving us a little alert to go in for a sell. And now I just have to make sure that this is going to continue on a downtrend before I enter. So I would be waiting for the buy signal. There it is. And as soon as it crosses over the buy signal or that buy line, which is the green line, then I'll get the sell label right here on the super trend, and then I will enter. So a couple good trades there. If I would have taken those trades, I think we would have been in profit. Now we only have to win one trade per session. Those are just the settings that I have inside of the trade manager. So, but let's go ahead and take a trade here, guys. I know you guys want to see some trades. There's the buy signal. I'm a little late on that, but let's go ahead, and if I get a little bit of a push, didn't get a push down, let's come over here, mark this as an L, and let's enter another trade, 571. I'm going to wait for the blue dot to cross over that green line, and as soon as that happens, I'm going to go ahead and enter. Let's see if we can get a better entry this time. There we go. Oh, I was a little late on that still, but that's just a much nicer entry. We did win that. Let's come over here and mark this. So looks good. Now, once we have won one trade on one session, I'm going to click on the new session button over here. And what this will do is help me keep track of my different trading sessions, because we're going to be doing close to 23 sessions. So let's go ahead and continue trading. And as our initial capital grows, so will our trade amounts. So instead of going through and explaining every little step that I'm doing throughout this video, I'm going to try to pick up the pace and start trading more quickly so we can get through these trading sessions and so we can achieve our goal today of $4,000. So let's just go ahead and let's just get through these. So 274, I'll come over here, enter 274, which is the first trade amount. Let's take a look at the chart. And I think what I'll do for now is just turn off the auto scroll. Also, to let you guys know the zoom level that I'm using or the resolution that I have the line chart set to, I always choose the smallest time frame possible. So right down here, there's a little menu, and this is visible on the line chart. As soon as you have it opened, you're going to have this little menu here. Well, this is just showing you the time frame or the resolution. So right now it's at 3 minutes. If I change this to like 1 day, you can see it's going to take a lot more time for the line chart to print on the screen. And so this is, if you're trading going based off of a day, per day time frame, and by using an expiry of only 5 seconds, this time frame is just way too big. It's just not going to work. So for this particular strategy, I recommend choosing the smallest time frame possible. And you can also use the scroll wheel on the mouse, and you can get as close to the line chart as possible. And for me, that's going to be M3, which is 3 minutes. And at any time you are kind of lost in finding the current price, if you're just scrolling through here, there's a little button over here that Pocket Option gives you. It has a little arrow on it. Click on that, and that'll bring the chart to the current price. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and make some trades. So I've got the buy signal here. Just going to wait for that blue dot to cross over that green line. There it is. And as soon as that happens, I will enter. Now, guys, whether it's a win or a loss, don't get too caught up and don't get all bent out of shape or disappointed when you have losses, because that's going to affect your future trades. If you get, emotional about it, that mindset is going to affect all your trades going forward. So for me, if I do have an L, I will come over here, mark this with an L. There's a little drop-down menu over here on the Trade Manager, and it will give you the next trade amount. So 572, you guys don't have to think about or worry about, what is the next trade amount? Should I double it? Should I triple it? The Trade Manager takes out all of that guesswork. So it gives you those exact trade amounts to use. All right, guys, so it looks like we're going kind of on an upward trend. Overall, it's a little bit of a sideways market. Let's change the chart here. And because once in a while you'll enter, it'll look like it's going up or down, but you'll enter the trade and everything will turn around on you. So at these kind of levels, what you're looking at is just a bunch of noise on the chart. And ooh, that looked like it could have been a good entry there. Let me go ahead and wait this out. I'm gonna wait until that blue dot crosses over that green line. But again, look, it's just starting to go sideways. It's not really consistent. So this looks much better. Okay, so we got a sell signal. I'm gonna wait for that buy signal. There it is. And we're gonna need more of a push up there to make this successful. But it looks like we got another L. So that's another loss. Let's mark this with an L. The next trade amount is 1193. Great. And I'm just going to, we can change the chart. We can stay on the same chart if we want to. All right, let's try this. Okay, we got the sell signal. I'm waiting for that blue dot to cross over the red line. Even before I see the signal on the super trend, sometimes I can get in early, and that way we can, there it is, we can get into the trade even before the super trend buy signal appears. And so I will go ahead and mark this as a win. Session has ended, and we will click on new session. So let's pick up the pace here, 274. Because we want to reach that $4,000 today. This one's a little bit risky, but I might take a chance on it. Let's go ahead and try this out. Oh, I need a little bit more of a push. Kind of getting a zigzag price there. Ooh, wow, that was close. We almost got that. Let's mark that with an L, 572. Okay, kind of using my own intuition. Looking for a bigger pullback. That's a nice pullback right there. Ooh, I'm a little late there. Kind of missed it. We still might get the win, but okay, that was really, really close. So we got another L, 1194. Let's go ahead and put that in. And what I'm going to do is change the chart. Here we go. This looks decent. It's not moving as much as the previous chart, but let's see if I can get that. It's a little jagged, but let's go ahead and enter. Let's get some trades in. There we go. Okay, so let's mark this with a W, and that's it. The session has ended. So we just come over here and click on New Session and continue. You rinse and repeat. So you're always starting each new trading session with the smallest amount possible. Now this all depends on your initial capital. Some of you may have much less than I do, and that's okay. Adjust your settings accordingly because the settings for the trade manager are customizable. You can control your risk. You can set it super risky or ultra conservative, whichever that you guys want to do. All right, so the trade amount for the first trade will be 274. Again, over here, I'll just put in 274 and we just continue. That's it. So let's go to the current price, which is down here. Maybe we'll take a sell. So I'm waiting for that buy signal. There it is. And then as soon as that blue dot crosses over the green line, I will take a sell. There it is. Decent entry. We'll see what happens. Okay. 572. Trying to pick up the pace here a little bit. There it is. A decent entry. Let's see what happens. Okay, so that was a break even. With a break even, we don't change anything. We just keep the trade amount and we continue to look for another setup. But it looks like it's going up now. We had a member inside of the group bring this strategy to my attention, so wanted to, and I've been using it on my channel for a little bit. And I like it. It's decent. So let's, oh, there we go. Let's get that sell in there. A little bit more to the downside, and there it is. Session has ended. Let's go ahead and make a new trading session. So you guys see it's pretty straightforward. You know, just making sure that each one of those trading sessions is profitable. You only need to have one win. So for me, with my settings, and the capital that I'm using, I only need to win 1 out of 10 trades. That's it. Okay, so the first trade, 274. And let's find an entry. And go ahead and change the chart. All right, let's give CHF, JPY. Let's give this a whirl. Not really happy with the way the chart looks, but yeah, I'm a little late on that. Okay, not the best entry, guys. Just not really crazy about the chart. 573. Yeah. Just not feeling this one. We're probably going to change the chart here, but let's go back. Mark it with an L, 1195, and we'll change the chart. And that happens. So, you know, you're going to have charts that are just, this looks it's a little bit better now. Yep. So you guys can see that I have losses too. So if you feel like you're the only one that has losses, you're not. We show losses on this video or on this channel all the time. 24.94. It's just not really that consistent. You're going to have those moments where it's going to be like this. Nice pullback. All right, let's go ahead and try this. All right, so a little bit of a losing streak here, guys. Nothing to panic about. Don't get worried. No stress. 52.05. And you're going to change this up a little bit. Okay, decent entry, but I don't know if we're going to win it, but let's just go ahead and sit back and let's see. Okay, so we got another L. Mark this with an L. 108.63. And I think I'll change this a little bit. I do have the trade amount limit turned on, just in case I accidentally enter in an amount, you know, instead of $2, if I enter in $200 by accident, this is going to protect me, or at least up until whatever trade amount that I've entered in here. So anything over $200, it will not allow me to trade. I will have to update that. So this is the trade amount limit. We recommend all the members to have this turned on at all times. There have been some accidents, so let's make sure that that trade amount is right. So 108.63. Good. Okay, and let's go ahead and continue. Yeah, just, I mean, a little bit of a trend here, but let's go ahead and try it out. Let's take it. There we go. So decent entry, but it's really not moving a whole lot. Okay, so that's another L. Come over here, mark it as an L, 22,670. And let's just change up the chart a little bit. Looks like everything's just kind of going sideways today, guys. But that's just how it is. It's about almost 9:30 a.m. There we go. Go ahead and turn that off for now. Nope. It's getting quiet. Good, decent entry. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Okay, so that's another L. Mark this with an L. So look at that losing streak there, guys. Pretty crazy. 473.12. Okay, decent entry. Let's go ahead and wait. One more second. There it is. Mark this as a win. Okay, so that was a pretty big win, or pretty big losing streak. We've won the 8th trade. So trade slot number 8 is a win. Session has ended. Let's come over here, click on new trading session. You know, back in the day before the trade manager, when I would have like 3 or 4 losses in a row, you know, I had to have, you know, 2 or 3 wins to break even or to come out and profit. And now with the settings that I have, I only need to win 1 out of 10 trades. So if I have like 7 or 8 losses in a row, I just need to win 1 time. That's with the settings that I have to make sure that this session is profitable. So it looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and keep on trading. So 275, everything looks good. The initial capital, let's make sure that this is matching up. And so the trade manager says 39.56.39 and pocket option says 39.56.39. Almost seems like it's synced together, which is really, really cool. It's going to save you a lot of time so you don't have to update that. And the reason why you want to keep your initial capital the exact same as the capital inside a pocket option is so you can compound your account, right? That's the whole goal here. So as your initial capital grows, your trade amount gets larger. It's not really growing just yet, but it's going to get there. 275, or maybe it's going up a little bit. I think we started at 274, now it's 275. Okay, let's just go ahead and keep trading. It's Been a while since I've had 8 losses in a row, but guys, it's going to happen. And you've seen it here, so let's go ahead and find something here. That's why we have these trading tools, because with Pocket Option, especially when you're trading with such a small time frame, with a small expiry, you know, in some ways you're just trading with a bunch of noise. That's really all it is. Look how fast that moved. Look at that. I mean, sometimes you can catch those moves if you're quick. All right, let's see what we got. Mark it as a win and new session. $275, same thing, so same size trade. Let's go ahead and continue. I got a little bit of an upward trend here, so it's looking pretty good. And let's just wait for that to cross over, which it is, and see what happens. Okay. Mark it with an L. Next trade amount, 573. Look good, but yeah, probably just gonna, looks like it might be changing direction, so I wish I can stay on the same chart. Sometimes I wish that was the case, but this one's a little bit risky. We're at the very top. We're buying the top here. Oh, that was close. That was really, really close. Let's keep on moving. 275. And just going to keep on going here. So how are we doing on time? I got about 42 minutes. I'll try to pick up the pace here so we can reach that $4,000. Oh, this is interesting. Ooh, okay, okay. There we go. Let's just keep it on rolling. 275, let's just keep on going. Same trade amount. So some of you asked me, you know, what are my personal favorite strategies? I have, you know, we do the Fast 5 strategy. And hold on a second, guys. I don't know what it's doing here. Go ahead and move this over a little bit. There we go. Oh, I'm late on that, but we still could win it, but now I was a bit late. All right, cool. I'm going to turn the enable or the auto scroll, going to enable that. So I have many videos with the Fast 5 strategy. Fast 5 is regular candlesticks, 30-second time frame with a 5-second chart. I have so many videos on that. But, you know, I like this line chart strategy too. I would say most strategies seem to give me the same results. Overall, it always seems to come out somewhere around 50%. Also, the 3-bar strike, which is a couple videos back. If you look for the video that is listed as a, you know, the three candle strategy or something like that, that's the 3-bar strike. So 3 candle strategies or strategy. There's a video I posted recently. I think it was last week. So I think it's like 5 or 6 videos back. And that's also a cool strategy as well. I don't know. I wouldn't say Well, Fast Five's pretty good. It's really hard to say that one strategy is better than the other. It's really all about what fits your personality, and I can't really tell you which strategy is going to work best for you. Only you know that. We have some members inside of the private VIP group that specifically stay on one strategy. They never change it. They just stay on the same thing. Because at the end of the day, it's really all about your money management. And it's a little bit about the strategy. I mean, you want to find something that you're comfortable with, but it's really about how you're managing your money. You just have to plan ahead. If you were to have multiple consecutive losses, well, what if you do? Because it's going to happen sooner or later. You're going to have, consecutive wins. Well, that means you could also have consecutive losses in a row. So if that does happen, what are you going to do? How are you going to get out of it? The trade manager also has a stop loss. You can set the stop loss. It'll give you an alert if you're down whatever amount that you put in here, 20 or 10%. That amount is totally up to you, whichever you're comfortable with. But I have to be. This is a good amount of money for me, whatever I have right now. But I have to be, willing to lose a good portion of that if I have to, moving forward. I have to be comfortable with that. So you only trade with what you're willing to lose. So if I get down to 10 or 20 or 30% of my account, I might just I just might bail. I'll leave the trading session. And, it's only happened once. I hit 20%, or not even 20%, but I've left the session early. So, and I've had it's taken me a lot of time to gain back those profits. But it's better than just blowing your whole account starting from zero, which I don't think that, that's not what most of us we're trying to avoid that. So we do have little features in place that will help us to stay on top. But when you have losses, it's good to lose sometimes. Because every time I, have a loss, I'm a little bit more cautious about what I'm doing. This one looks okay, but let me see if I can get in here. Nice pullback. So the blue dot needs to cross over that green line. There we go. So we got the sell signal. Let's go ahead and wait this out. Okay, there it is. Mark this with a W. So yeah, let's just try to pick up the speed here. So we've already done 10 sessions. We're almost up to $3,970. So that's pretty good. $275. You could probably do this strategy just trading sideways if that's what some of you guys want to do. By all means, go for it. Whatever works for you, whatever you're comfortable with. There's another one. So I'm having a little winning streak, see? So that's why I don't get really that excited when I have a winning streak. Because when you have a losing streak, it's going to hit you even harder. So I always try to maintain just the same. I try to, as far as my emotions, I just like to keep them in check and not get excited when I have a win. It's a win, right? Okay, so a win is a win. Big deal. The next one could be a loss. So I just stay calm and continue forward, right? Stay calm and trade. So now we're at 276. I think we started at 274, but now we're at 276. So the trade amount is going up along with the initial capital. 276. Let's pick up the speed. And I think the last video, we did a 2-hour session. If you guys missed that, I think it's the video before this one. Traded for 2 hours for you guys. Crazy. So sometimes I'll do that. It gets a little emotionally, I start to become exhausted. Especially if you're doing a video and you're having this emotional fatigue while you're trading, especially consistent after 2 hours without taking a break. It can be pretty taxing. And you can see that on the video. I was watching it back and I was just like, yeah, pretty tough. Oh wow, this is interesting. So you can see all these line charts look different. Okay, let me see if there's something I can do here. It's a good pullback. Oh wow, it's going way down. I don't know, guys. No, that... Yeah, I'm glad I didn't go in on that one. Yeah, we've had a lot of you hang out for the whole 2 hours, so that's awesome. All right, there we go. All right, well, we'll see what happens. $5.75. And what gets me pumped is just trying to get these sessions done, like trying to get through them. Like as soon as I can mark it as a win and clear that out, start a new trading session. I mean, that's what keeps me going. I just want to move forward. 276. Now we can change the trade amount limit. We can turn this back on, and I'll put it down to $100, just as a protective measure, because I think that was off when we had that other session before. So I went ahead and turned that back on. All right, nice pullback. Let's see if we can get it to cross over that red line. Look, it looks like it's breaking this support back here. And it just broke through that. Look at that. So here's a previous low. It broke that previous low there and then boom. So you got to watch out for that. It can get you into that trap. It's really going slow on this one. You know, the chart looks different every day, but it's the way you see the chart. In your eyes. So I've been trading for almost 5 years, probably longer. I'm not keeping track. But the chart looks different today than it did 5 years ago. Which is that's kind of like what I mean. We're going to just have to take something here, guys. Even though I'm not... Oh, I missed... I was like a hair late on that. Let's go, let's go, let's go! Give me a good pullback. And we've got... oh no, I'm not going to take that. Yeah, we've got over 1,700 members inside of the on the membership website. We have a membership site with videos about different strategies, and also we have a Telegram group with over 1,700 members. And this is what they do every day. Exactly what I'm doing right now. And it gets quiet, you know? All right, let's see what's going to go on. Okay, okay. That's fine. Let's go ahead and mark that. We've been having kind of like a winning streak here. 576. There is no right or wrong chart. It's just whatever you feel. Whatever has some kind of, it's really hard to explain because it's different for everybody. You know, it could be like an intuition thing, but oh wow, this is a little crazy. Oh, there could have been something there, but maybe we'll get another pullback here. So today's a pretty quiet session and didn't have as much caffeine today, so maybe that's why. Oh, okay. So what are we doing? Ah, man, that's crazy. I can't work with that. Yeah, so my caffeine levels, and I'm trying to cut back, you know. I'm not going too crazy with it. I used to go a lot more crazy with it, and I'll be talking like crazy throughout the whole video. Yeah. It's very unpredictable right now, so you gotta be really careful, guys. You know, I mean, well, the way I see it anyway. This is a pullback. Let's see if I can get that crossover in that green. There it is. Decent entry, but I don't know. Yeah, it's not gonna. What? That just moves so quickly. We got out of that in a win, which is unbelievable. So, hey, I'll take it. So we're at 276 still. So 276. Oh man, that was a very spontaneous entry, but it actually worked out. Cool. Trade Manager's working good. It's been very stable recently. Everything's been working properly. So we're at version 3.0.12. So if you are part of the group, I just want to let you know 3.0.12 is the latest version. I would highly recommend you guys to make sure to upgrade or update and copy the latest version. Just to make sure you don't encounter any issues or anything like that. Ooh, wow! This chart is really moving fast. When you think you might have a sell or a loss, you could have a win. Just look at that. Even vice versa, you might think you have a win, but it could quickly turn on you. Look at that, man! It's like a raptor. That's like playing with fire right there, like a snake. Oh, wow. Just moving so fast. Ooh. Yep. I don't know if it's turning around, but we got a sell signal, and there it is. So we'll just keep on going. We're almost there. We got about 58 minutes. Come on, let's go. 277. Nice. Let's keep going. Almost there, guys. 15 bucks or so. We got it. Nice. I'm excited just because I'm getting through these sessions. 277. Check your emotions. There's a little fatigue when doing these videos. I'll give you that. I still trade okay, but 577. I'm getting more excited about reaching the goal for today. I get excited about finding a chart, maybe something that I like. Um, that's what I usually get a little excited about. Not saying I'm going to win on that chart, but I just like the way the chart looks, you know? Like this looks pretty good. Look at that. Look at that upward trend. Look at that. So it doesn't mean we're going to win, guys. It's just, it looks nice, right? Because maybe it could place the odds in our favor a little bit more. I mean, maybe, maybe not. And overall, it'll go up, but it doesn't mean we're going to win, though. So 1205. I always check that. I call it out. Want to make sure you get the decimal point in there. You're not trading with $1,200. It's $12, right? Got to check that stuff, guys. Yeah, we've heard some horror stories. I would say a lot of the losses, what typically happens is there is typos. A lot of some of the major losses that we see out there are just plain typos. It's unfortunate. You really just have to check, double check, triple check your entries. I'm not crazy about this. It's just not. This is a crazy chart, guys. This is moving so sporadic. How you got out of that? That was crazy. Okay, so there we go. Stretch, do whatever you guys got to do. We're like almost $10 away. So 277s, keep on going. Normally I would have got up, taken a break, maybe go get a glass of water or sandwich, or not a sandwich, but you know, just snack or whatever you guys want to do. Take a little bit of a break, which is always recommended, especially after an hour. We're just over an hour now, so minus some edits here and there, so it might not be exactly an hour for you. That was yeah. Practice and practice and practice, right? And try to stick to one strategy if you can. Because I think what happens for most people, they will go on YouTube. Someone will make a video. They'll never have a loss. You try it. It starts to work pretty well at the beginning, but then you start having multiple losses, and it happens a couple times, and you get frustrated, and then you find yourself going back out there looking for another strategy. And this cycle just repeats itself over and over and over again. And guys, that's how it was for me when I started. I mean, I would just do a different strategy every day. Here we go. And I would really never get good at one thing. I mean, I would always just keep changing it. So it gets to the point where it's like, nothing works. It's all giving you the same results, which it does. Like I've explained, it all gives you around 50% win rate overall. If you look back on your history on Pocket Option, you know, I can probably guarantee it's going to say like between 48 and 50%. It's somewhere around there. And it doesn't really matter. I mean, you've tried all these different strategies, but across the board, you've gotten the same results. And I think what everybody needs to do is just have, you don't have to use the trade manager, guys. I'm not saying you guys have to use this. This is not the only tool. It's not the only method. You can do the traditional martingale method if you want to. You can do that. And If that works for you, then do that. But have some kind of money management. Don't just, put in $10 and then if you lose, you put in another $20. And I've been there. I've been to that area where, I lose track of, how much do I have to trade with? Or I keep having to trade more and more and more and to get out of the, to break even or to recoup my losses. And it's just, it's not fun. There's nothing there to keep you organized. And so that's just what I like about the Wealth Warriors Trade Manager. It just keeps me on track. I don't have to stress and think about the different trade amounts. But, I know my limits. I have my limits, of course. Guys, we're almost there. Come on, let's do this. Let's get this thing going, man. Let's take it. See what it's going to do. It's a nice pullback there. Oh, okay, well, decent entry, but we'll see what happens. All right. Almost there. So we hit 20 sessions. Cool. How's the initial capital matching up with pocket option? 39.94.46. 39.94.45. Okay, so it's still off by 1 penny. That's okay. Not going to stress. 277. We're still on 277. Let's get a good pullback. Come on. I'll lose my voice here. Still haven't had breakfast yet. That's okay. We're trading fasted. I was actually going to go for a walk. Expecting a little bit of rain today. That's okay. We just wear the rain jacket. That's okay. We're just going to wear the rain jacket today. Nothing wrong with that. As long as I get some cardio in. And that's the thing, is that when you have an online business or you have a thing where, you're sitting for hours and hours trading, you're on the computer you got to get out and move. It's easy just to sit here. Next thing you know, you've got like 4 or 5 hours go by. And for me personally, I just can't sit here all day. I got to get up and move and, go to the gym. I'm working on, I have some, for those of you that have been following me, I have some back issues, some lower back pain issues. And I found something that's helping me, understanding neuroplasticity in the nervous system, because I don't have an injury. It's all just it's just purely the nervous system. But combining that with strengthening the lower back as well. And a bunch of boring stuff that nobody wants to hear on a trading video. I mean, who wants to listen to that stuff, But that's a big thing. I mean, a lot of people have pain, but you have no injuries. Or maybe you did injure yourself, but usually those injuries can be cured up in a week. But it's happened years ago and you still have that pain, So you're like, what's going on? Like, I didn't hurt myself. Why does my knee hurt? Or why does my back hurt? And that's the neuroplasticity. Because you try to avoid doing things and you're programming your nerves to give you pain if you do use, if you do use those muscles or movements in certain ways. And so actually avoiding the pain is actually making it worse. So if something hurts, keep moving in that direction that makes it hurt, because you can program your body. It's really fascinating how it works. But if you guys if you want some recommendations, reach out to me. I'll give you some referrals. Contact me on Telegram. much better than contacting me or leaving me a comment. I'm not affiliated or anything like that, so just saying. Guys, we need to wrap this up. How we doing here? Man, see, I get talking. Let's take some trades here. All right, let's go. It's these charts, man. We got to change the chart. 22 sessions. $3,999.56. And I got 55 cents. Man, it's always off. But sometimes it'll catch up. This is because there's micro percentages and different things. We can't get it exactly like pocket option. You know, we tried. But guys, we only need to win one more session. And I was able to do this a little bit over an hour, so I'm happy about that. That we didn't have to drag this on for too long. 278. Let's go. Maybe we'll get it. Who knows? And that's it. So I'll just, I'll just pick a goal, whatever that goal is. You want to make 50 bucks? 50 bucks an hour? If you have the capital, right? See, I'm overthinking it here, trying to pick. It's just these charts. Everything's going sideways. Look at this. We're just going to have to choose something here, guys. Let's see if this one works out. It's on a sell. We need the buy signal. Give us the buy signal. There it is. Give us that sell signal. Pull back. Boom, there it is. And who knows if we're going to win or lose. I have no idea. So that's a loss. Let's go over here, mark it with an L, 579. Let's go, come on. Oh, these charts look almost identical. Look at that. Pull back. Just stick to your rules, guys. Stick to the rules. Win or loss. Stick to it. There it is. Amazing. Completed. 4,000. There it is. 4,002 and 11. 4,002 and 11. Cool. Happy with that. And I'm working with a much larger capital now than I used to. I mean, I started. Well, I added some funds, along the way, but I used to trade on my videos using only like 300 bucks. And then I went to 500, then I went to like over 1,500, and I just keep moving it up. As I'm getting better with trading, I'm getting more confidence. This is just me personally, okay? And so I'm adding more funds. But when you do have more funds, you're able to use less risk in a way. I mean, you're using a larger capital. So for some of you, that might mean more risk. But when you have more funds, you can open up more trading slots. And it gives you more room for drawdown. A lot of you guys ask me, what's the minimum amount? There really is no minimum amount. Well, maybe there's, I guess, $20. You're not going to be able to do much with that. But I would say, if you guys have at least 150 bucks, 200 or more, preferably, it's really hard to, you don't have any capital to utilize for drawdown. So there's just not a lot of room there, and you have to have really ultra conservative settings. But with some of those smaller trade amounts, you're going to have, you might take on more risk. So that's why when I started trading, it was like $300. I didn't want to go less than that. That's just a personal amount for me. So, but then I went to $500, and it just got easier for me to stay in the game. If you guys want to check out the trade manager, or if you want to check out the group, I do have a website. I'm going to leave a link below and in the description, and also in the comments below. This is the Wealth Warriors Alliance. This is a group that we have. It's a website. Now, guys, this is not, I've made this as affordable as possible. This is a one-time fee. There is no subscriptions or anything like that. It's not something that you have to pay for every month. Most of our members, they will join and make the money back in a couple days. It's no big deal. And this is lifetime. A lot of you guys ask me, is it lifetime? Do I get new updates on the trade manager? Yes. Once you're a part of the group, every time we update something, we just send it out. You don't have to keep buying and buying. There's only one VIP, and there's only one price. Once you guys get in the door, it's for life. And if I update or come out with a new version of any of the tools, you guys get those for free. We have more tools than the trade manager. We have compound calculators. We have other trading methods and other money management methods that you can follow inside of the group. We have hours of exclusive video training. Every tool that we have has multiple videos on exactly how to use it. And also another thing is that you're never left alone. And I think that I've experienced that when I've joined different groups where I'll get all excited and I'll pay a much higher amount than something like this. And you're just kind of left alone. And it's only a one-way conversation. You can't chat with anybody. There's no members there to communicate or collaborate with. You can't ask anybody, hey, what strategy are you using and stuff. And not all groups are like that. But with our group, it's an open forum inside of Telegram. And if somebody posts, or we have members that have gotten incredible results, and if a member does post the results, and this happens every day, every hour, we'll have a member post their screenshots. Maybe they have turned or made $200 in a day, or have flipped $50 into $100. You can just reply and ask them, hey, what are you doing? And they'll reply. It's simple, guys. That's what we've designed it for. It's for you guys to be able to communicate and ask questions. And we also have moderation. We try to make this a very positive environment as well, and that's important for us. I'm actually considering making a mindset channel, adding that, because a lot of you guys like to talk about mindset, emotions, and things, which are a big part of trading as well. So, but here are some of the results. Just a huge list of different screenshots and withdrawals. Here's a member withdrawing $886. Awesome. Good for you. Whoever this gentleman is, that's awesome. Here's another one, $230. So yes, it's all right there. So there you go, guys. We made it to our goal today of $4,000. Appreciate you all coming out. I'm getting hungry. Going to get myself some breakfast. So if you like the videos, hey, hit the subscribe button. And whenever I come out with a new video, it'll send you a notification and give you an update whenever that comes out. So thanks for staying along the whole time. And thanks for the support. We'll see you guys on the next video. Have a wonderful day. Take care.